Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County Council on Aging in conjunction with the Putnam County District Library. This week we are going to take a look at several shortcuts that are available that can make life a little bit easier when you're working with documents and working online. So the first one that is talked about here is Control F. But before we do that, I want to discuss with you how these shortcuts are available on anything where you would have a keyboard. So when we were talking about shortcuts and it says Control F, it could actually be Control F or Command F. On a Mac computer, you're going to have the Command key right next to your space bar that you would be using versus on a Windows machine, a Chromebook, other devices, you are going to be using the control key, which is the far key that is clear over to the left-hand side. So just to clarify, I might say control or I might say command, but look at those two terms as the same thing, depending on whichever device you might be on. So I have in front of me here a document, and this is just a document. You can see this document is 18 pages long. So when I'm looking at a document of this length, it can be kind of hard if I am looking for just one particular word throughout that document. So that is where the Control or Command F come into place. So if I were to hit on my keyboard Command or Control F, it will come up, and you'll notice before I had done this, I typed in the word war. So what has happened is when you look at my document, you can see highlighted is the word war throughout this document. So it found the word war 4 out of 48 times. If I use the arrow keys, I'm in a Google Doc currently, so with a Google Doc, it is showing me these arrow keys. If it does not show you the arrow keys, if you simply use the arrow keys on your keyboard, you will be able to go from that word each time. And notice as it jumps down, it's telling me I'm at words the 7th time it's shown, 8th, so forth, on down the page. So that is what a Control F will do. A Control F will also work on transcripts. When you're in video, there is the ability, a YouTube video, excuse me. When you're on a YouTube video, there is the ability to find the transcript. So you could do the same thing there as well as you can on a PDF. So it will work on any of these type of documents when it comes to Control F. The second thing that we're going to talk about is Control D. I've got this document here that I'm working on, and let's say I want to take this document and right away make sure that I have put this into my bookmarks. So either Control or Command D will take the document, and now notice what happens. It pops up telling me I'm at the point with adding and editing my bookmark, so I can simply say turn on, and it's going to take that bookmark and put that bookmark in. So Control or Command D is what that does. It adds that bookmark. The other, we're going to talk about 3 more shortcuts here. Control C will take any type of information that, say I've got something here in my document and that I want to, in this document, starting here on this paragraph, I simply want to take this information over to a different document. So I'm simply going to do Command or Control C. And when I do that, I'm going to pull up another document here. And when I do that, I simply then am going to go in this document, I'm going to go Control V. And that is going to paste that information in there. So I did Control C to copy, Control V to paste. And then the last shortcut that we will discuss is Control Z. And what Control Z or Command Z will do is it will undo what I have previously done and be able to wipe out the the last information that was put in there. I do want to show you how. I'm going to one more time. I'm going to go to Control C or Control V, excuse me, paste that in, and I'm just spacing down. I'm going to do Control V again. And the reason I want to do that is I wanted you to see how I can do, again, my Command or Control Z, and it's going to undo, and it simply undid the last step. If I do Control Z one more time, I will then notice I had spaced down once, so it undid my space, and then I did Control Z a third time, so it's going to continue. It's kind of the same as currently I'm working in a Google Doc. It's the same as using the undo button. Notice when I go up here to my undo button, right there it is showing my shortcut. So what you will always see, again, if I changed my mind, I can go back. I could do a Control Y. So I can always find out what shortcuts are by hovering over what icons I might have here. And then it's going to show me if there is a shortcut available, what that shortcut might be. So before we end the video, I do want to pull over so that you can see what shortcuts we did talk about tonight or today, depending on when you're watching here. I'm going to pull this over one more time here, and we'll dump that in here to the screen. So these are the shortcuts that we discussed. Control F, Control D, Control C, Control V, Control Shift V, and Control Z. I did forget to mention Control Shift Z will change the format and make the format the same as whatever document that you are going into. So those are the 6 different shortcuts that are available. That many more are available, but those are the ones that have been discussed in this video. I hope everyone has a fantastic week.